Dreamers Welcome Podcast.
Dreamers Welcome Podcast. We back in the building, ladies and gentlemen. I go by CEO PESO. Blessed and highly favored. Got another one, good one for y'all, man. Y'all seen it before. If y'all ain't seen it again, go check that out. But I got some of my G's in here with me that I work closely with, man. We be having good conversations. Toxic niggas, by the way. I just want to throw that out there just to let y'all know. But they own it, and that's what I'm saying, bro. They own it. They some real niggas, bro. And they, I fuck with their personalities, man. I think y'all gonna enjoy this shit. So can y'all please introduce yourself on the platform again?
Yeah, Marcus. Or wait, my bad. I did the same shit last time.
You did. Pull the mic towards you, bro.
Yeah, talking to Mike.
Banks.
Yo, I'm Duce Ray, and together we Sons of April.
Sons of April on this motherfucker. How y'all feeling? Bank, start with you.
I'm feeling good. Can't even lie. Just got off work though. Been at work. A little 13-hour shift, something light.
Little 13 hours? Shit, nigga. Dogs is barking.
Yeah.
And then we have
Duce Ray, you know. I'm doing good. I'm a little sore. Was hooping on, in the bucket scene earlier.
trash. Nah, man.
He is in fact trash.
Yo, yeah.
Go check out the first episode if y'all want to hear about that basketball story.
Mm-hmm.
But nah, but yeah, man, we in the building again. We know we got some things to talk about, some topics or whatever the case is, man. So I want to start off with just for the people who don't know, like the style of music that y'all do, and I want to pinpoint it one more time because, I mean, obviously everybody do it, but it's a choice of why y'all do it. So, What type of style of music would y'all say y'all make, and then why do y'all make that type of music?
I feel like sonically it would fall into the category of like a poetic funk type, with the beats that we choose and the flows that we get off. And as far as the content, I'll let you start with that and maybe I'll pick it up.
But no, like what? Oh, go ahead. My bad. The content. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I don't know what he means by content.
Like
What we talking about?
the subject matter.
Yeah, exactly.
I just feel like we make music based on what we're literally going through in the moment. Like that's shit that we've gone through already or that we've dealt with or we've experienced in the past. At least for me personally, that's everything that I write, everything that I record. That's something that I've done or that I've been like a part of. Yeah. I'm big on writing about what I'm feeling in a moment. I was just telling him the other day that I go on my best writing sprees when I'm going through, like if I'm in love with somebody or I'm like just met a girl and she's, she bad. So I'm like, I'm with her. So I'm writing about that. Or heartbreak. That's another one. It's another big one.
Yeah.
And I just had my heart broke. So I'm doing that bitch writing. I ain't even gonna lie.
Nah, so that's funny you said that. Wait a minute. But let's get to that later. But because I find that interesting because like I commend y'all for embracing that type of way to want to make music because a lot of people who get into music kind of like they go after what they hear or what they like want to portray to be as if like trap music or that Logic rap shit just go over Lupe type shit. But y'all chose to, I mean, obviously y'all got like different backgrounds that y'all could probably like rap about whether it's family matters or circumstances, but y'all chose to just dive into like feelings and relationships.
Hell yeah. And like it's not that we don't dive into family matters, we do, but it's just through relationship ways, like what we've seen our fathers doing to our moms, or what we've seen how the relationships that we've seen growing up that molded us in this show.
So do y'all got similar and speak up a little bit for me when you do talk, but do y'all got similar stories of like all right, so basically not how I was raised, but my peers who I was raised around, like I think I might have said it on the first podcast, I don't remember, but the normality was like divorce with our parents, and then we was living with our moms and grandmas and our dads. Like it was like I had like all like 7 of my friends was like, yeah, like my dad don't live with us.
Yeah.
So was it with that was with y'all?
Hey, I was split. Like half my life I was with my mom, and there was that situation, and then like for 4 years I was with my dad, but then some whole other shit happened. So yeah, it was like that same.
What about you, Ray?
Same dynamic.
So I stay with my mom's for most of my life. My dad was in prison till I was like 5, and then when he got out, you know, he came home. My mom got him a job. He was working in the church and stuff like that. And then when I was like 14 or 15, my parents split, and then I moved in with my dad because my mom's was, you know, going through lupus and cancer and all this sickness and stuff, whatever. So she couldn't work. So she ended up being homeless. So I was forced to live with my dad, me and my little sister. And then my senior year, right before that, my pops kicked me out on some other shit. Like, he was like, I need a break. I'm tired of doing this dad shit. And you know it's crazy, yo. That summer, I ended up staying with my old next door neighbor because my mom was real cool. His mom. My next door neighbor was Lakeith Stanfield.
Really?
I grew up next door to him in Victorville.
Get Out?
Yeah.
I forgot what you is from Cali though. Yeah.
So right before my senior year of high school, like, my pops kicked me out, and I needed to go to summer school. My mom's is homeless, so it was like I ain't had nowhere to go. So his moms took me in for the summer.
Okay, that just sparked a lot of combos.
Yeah.
But
See, that's how you can tell this nigga went to therapy, and I didn't. I ain't gonna say shit. Some other shit happened.
You know, yeah.
nah, so okay, so with that being said, first off I wanna say, okay, so me being raised in a household like full of women, and not having a real male figure. My dad left when I was born, pretty much, and
Damn.
he was around here and there, but it was more him gone in my life. But I still had developed, like, you know, manners and everything from, you know, how the women that raised me though.
Yeah.
So is that something to blame, like, a man on? Like, people be like, okay, I don't know how to treat a woman because I ain't have a male figure. Like, is that something to blame the father on, or, you know what I mean?
So I'm kind of split between. You want to go first, or you?
No, you got it.
So I'm kind of split between that because I've always been a watcher. One of those niggas who just, like, I peep shit. And I remember being in high school and peeping, like, certain niggas that either didn't know how to treat a woman when they got them, or didn't know how to even talk to a woman to get her to, you know, be interested in them. And what I noticed is that a lot of cats don't have female friends. So for me, I would say I see my uncles, you know, have this and that woman. I see my dad, you know, have multiple women. My big brother, everybody. My grandpa was even, you know, had a little side piece. My great grandpa had a side piece, you know. But I'll say most of the cats I've seen unsuccessful women is because, or don't know how to treat a woman, is because they don't have women in their life teaching them and showing them how you're supposed to treat a woman. But also, I think, you know, not having a male role model plays a play too. What do you think about
I feel like I'm split too, because for them 4 or 5 years that I did live with my dad, I think it was more like 5 or 6. I don't know. I blocked out a lot of that. But for those years that I was with him, it was all, he was working all the time. He was working seven days a week, morning till night when I was asleep. And I had my stepmom, and 3 other sisters in the house. So I basically grew up with a woman household.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that, I mean, I don't know.
Nah, I was gonna say though, because I mean, that goes in unknowingly. That answers what I was just saying is just like when you said, you know, you gotta have, like, some people ain't got female friends in a sense,
Yeah.
and like I said, without me having my pops around and like that, you know, I mean, first off, we was raised the old fashioned way.
I feel that. Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? So it definitely hit different from, like, being 80s babies and, like, you know, our female women, whether they was friends young as us or older than us, they kind of just knew the gist of, like, how a man should treat them type shit.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, which is different now though. But so that goes into it, like, is it really that necessary for a man to have another woman in their life at all times, whether it's a friend or, like, you get what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
Like, can you really just be like your whole life, like, man, fuck women?
I don't think you
like,
can.
I don't think you can do that at all.
Yeah.
Explain.
You saying just like
Like-
you just decide I'm done with women, period, at some point? You just feel like you can just live the rest of your life like,
Yeah, like, I can get all my morals and everything, like, just off of, like, I'm a man, this is what I do. and I'm gonna accept it. Like,
Oh no.
Say, because if women teach you compassion, that's what I think. And you need compassion, because compassion teaches you a whole bunch of other shit.
That's a fact.
And they teach you how to feel. If you a nigga that grew up not knowing how to express his feelings, women will teach you how to express them.
Yeah, they're gonna bring it out of you. That's
Because
for
I
sure.
grew up definitely not knowing how to express my shits, or not that I wasn't allowed, but being shamed for expressing my feelings. So it's just like once you experience love, when you start experiencing women, you start to experience feelings, and you feel that shit. That shit's real.
Yeah.
Without women, you ain't gonna feel that.
Yeah, I think that there's and it's funny because I talked to my kid's mom the other day about this. Oh, yeah, I talked to my kid's mom about this the other day about just there's different things that you get from a man versus a woman. So there are certain things that I'm not going to be able to teach my son or my daughter, that it can only come from a mom or come from that nurturing energy. But there's also certain things when it comes to discipline, consistency, that I feel like they need, to rely on or get that from their dad or whatever. So I do think that it is necessary to have both masculine and feminine energy in order to be like a productive person. Because if you don't got a woman, like you said, you're not going to know how to be emotionally intelligent. You're going to just bury all them feelings and they're going to explode at some point.
okay, so with the in and outs of having like our, obviously in common, we have a thing where like our fathers was like in and out of our life in a little bit. Like you said, your dad just was like, I'm tired of this, which is fucking bullshit. I don't give a fuck. But what's the question? It was going to me. Oh yeah. So with that being said, is it really an excuse of like, if we ain't had that father figure around, is that really an excuse of like, I don't know how to be a father to my child? Like, if we got children now, is that really an excuse? Is like you didn't have no male role like that in your life for real?
What do you think? I'll let you tackle that first.
I feel like I can't really speak to that, because when I lived with my dad, he was, at the time that he was around me, he was a dad, and he taught me a lot of shit. So I can't knock him. Rest in peace to him. You know what I'm saying? Passed away years ago. But I can't really say that. I can't sit here and put on a show that my dad wasn't there, because he was. He taught me things.
And I'm learning your background as we talk.
Yeah, no, for sure. Yeah, I just feel like I didn't really express that in the beginning. I didn't really make that clear. That when he was there, my dad and my mom, they just played keep away. It was being childish.
Yeah,
it was like,
and you was just
I was just
the middle man.
But my dad was, he taught me things.
What about you, Ray? Do you think that because even with that, I feel like that's a significant moment that hit you when he was like, I don't know if it was verbatim, but like basically like, I'm tired of like fathering you, like.
Yeah. So I'll say this. I don't want to paint my dad out to be some bad man, whatever, even though he made some, decisions I would never make with my kids. He did, like you said, my dad taught me a lot. He was there, for a good bit of my life and teaching it and, fathering me. But I will say that I think it's an excuse. If anything, it makes me a better dad, because I look at all the things that I wanted my dad to teach me. Because I was looking up to Uncle Phil, the dad from the Cosby Show, when I'm like 15, 16, going up through, these certain age.
Bill Cosby.
Yeah, I know you can't say that now. I know you can't say that
he
now.
was trying to censor that.
What was his name?
The Cosby Show. His last name is the
Huxtable.
Okay, the Huxtables.
The Huxtables. I grew up looking to the Huxtables.
Shit, it could have been Bill Huxtable. All I know, shit. I didn't even know the nigga first name on the show that I think about.
Man, Cliff Huxtable.
Cliff, was it Cliff?
I did not look up to Bill Cosby, but Cliff Huxtable. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Oh my God.
But I looked up to those type of men. I will say that looking at that relationship that those men had with their sons or their, the nephew with Fresh Prince, it made me kind of long for that type of relationship with my pops. So it's like when it comes to my son, he's only 8, but I'm very like, let's talk about it. Because I got to teach you, like, I'm not just telling you what to do. I got to teach you, the right mindset so you'll make the right decisions when I'm not here. Mm-hmm. That's my job to
Yeah, and that's one thing I'm going through with my son. I mean, I ain't gonna say going through, but I'm learning is like he 9 right now, and I'm realizing like that's like the age to embed them into like,
Oh yeah.
Telling them you got kids.
Yeah.
Oh, how old?
He's 4, Daxton.
Oh yeah,
That's my dude.
yeah, that's the homie. Yeah. But I realized though, now because I was asking that question like, is a male figure really needed around? Because my whole philosophy was just like, okay, my dad was in my life, and then when I got older, I realized it was just like, well, shit, do everything he didn't do.
Hell yeah.
Like that basically was it for me. It was like he wasn't there, so and we
sure to be there.
Yeah, so we look at the Cosby dad, and then Uncle Phil and everything. Yo, but all right, because I got another question, but before that, like, do y'all think that kids are getting the like how TV shows kind of raised us? Do you think our generation now has them shows that they
No.
look forward to?
Hell no, because they be on TikTok.
Say that again.
They be doing the TikTok and shit. I know, because I be on that bitch.
We sound like some old niggas. We sound like some old niggas now. Yeah.
Wait. But is it any shows now that you think is like raising up? Like, man, we had Fresh Prince,
Yep.
Family Matters, Cosby Show,
Yeah.
Full
Full
House,
House, yeah.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper,
Saved by the Bell, Different World.
white motherfucker, yeah.
Yeah.
Nah, but not but y'all would say like it ain't no shows now that is helping. I mean, I hate to say that, but
It's teaching you those life lessons in another way that in a real life scenarios. I feel like we got to see it play out in real life. Oh, so if I do lie, this and this could happen or whatever. I feel like nowadays most of these shows.
They got what's that shit called? American All Hero. That the football
All-American?
nigga. Yeah.
All American?
That's what they got that in Euphoria.
Oh yeah, right. Popping pills and yeah.
Euphoria might be.
You know what? And they got 13 Reasons. I got a
I ain't
niece
hit.
that's 14 years old, and I got a stepdaughter that's 13. And that's the shows that they've been watching the past couple years. 13 Reasons, Euphoria,
Yeah. But you know what's funny though? Like I started playing Keenan and Kel for my son, and he really like the old school shit. Like he be watching that. He like Moesha.
Yep.
So I'm like kind of telling him like, bro, this was what we was watching.
You know
back
what?
in
It's
the
up
day.
to parents to introduce that to them too.
Yeah. I mean, because to me, I'm like, man, we got to watch some old school shit. Like, fuck this Teen Titans or whatever.
Yeah.
So, all right. So let me ask y'all this then real quick. All right. So with, obviously, I think it was a difference back in the G of like, we had like strong-minded women that was like either our grandmothers, grannies, however you call them, and our moms. And now we got these women that are just trying to be so self-efficient and like, I don't need it. So I asked that, do y'all think that women are becoming the men they hate because they trying to like be so dominant and just what they seen without, I don't need a man type shit? Like, is that something, you know what I mean?
I'll say this. And I'm 30, about to be 31 in April. So it took me a little while to get there. I think that most women are a reflection of the men in their life. Because I notice even with my kid's mom, we're not together, but I notice when I come to her with a certain type of energy, what type of energy she gives off. So I hear a lot of niggas talking about, or a lot of, dudes talking about, this woman's not submissive, or she not doing this, or she not doing that. And I hear a lot of women saying, well, you got to make me feel safe or comfortable. I think that's for real with anybody. Because, like, if somebody come in here and tell me, I'm going to teach you how to write this song, or I'm going to give you critiques on how to write this song, and I'm like, who are you to talk, who says your way is any better than mine? Yeah. But I feel like as a man, if you do present yourself in such a way that where you show them more so than tell them, you live your life in a way to where they can see you succeeding and they can see your character and what you're really about, your moral fiber, then I think that they're more inclined to want to follow you, inclined to want to listen to you, submit to you, give you a different type of energy. I noticed a lot of time, there's a lot of women I dated that was very argumentative in the past, but it's because that's how I handle relationships, like, you know, arguments and stuff. That was the energy I was giving off. Now that I'm older, I'm a lot more laid back, so I don't too much have no arguments in our relationship.
I feel like, long story short, what he trying to say is, that no matter how independent she is, no matter what she got, she can be submitted.
Mm-hmm.
But not, yeah, she can be submitted. Any female is capable of being submissive to you if you do it right. If you give her the right type of energy, she will submit to you. And submission isn't bad. So.
Yeah.
All right, so let me ask y'all this then. So, is it more so like, what do you think would keep a woman around more to be submissive or whatever? Is it the looks, or is it more so the way you got your shit together and the money and you don't got the looks?
I say it's a combination of everything. I feel like if you have enough money, then I guess the looks start to slide back.
It's not as important. The more the richer you are,
Look,
you
I've been
get
saying
away-
since
you
day
get some
one
shit
that
off.
the money is a nigga's best quality in a bitch. They be like,
Yeah,
how
security.
much money he got? She'll look at your outfit first. That's the first thing a bitch look at, outfit. I'm not bad woman. That's the first thing a woman I look at is
A queen.
outfit. So, but yeah, what was the question? I forget.
Basically the question was like, doesn't matter. Like, can one cancel out the other? Like,
Oh yeah.
he don't look good enough, but he got his shit together.
I'll say this. I definitely believe that they can, because I was at a situation to where I was homeless and I was talking to bad joints just off of my mouth game. You feel me?
Look. I said that, but money. I don't think money matters either. If you got a mouthpiece, you can talk. You can.
And it's a confidence.
Get places and confidence. Confidence, is everything. But I just remember like being homeless out here the past fucking 8 years, and like sleeping on my boy Jimmy's floor with a mattress, and still like doing what I was doing.
Pulling.
So it was just like, it's really just how your energy and what you bring to a woman.
And I seen cats that look like Rafiki. You know what I'm saying? In the face, like baboon.
Yeah.
Pulling. And a lot of it, I say physique go into it too. I'm trying to, you know, get my, because, you know, women look at that, oh, he could protect me. He could, you know.
Yeah. So I'm gonna double back real quick on the fatherhood thing, and basically, do y'all? All right. So right now we all in a position of like, we would never leave our children's lives, no matter what.
Facts.
And I like to think that possibly our parents might have thought that, but do you ever think it'll be a circumstance or situation where you can actually like just dismiss your child? Like, do you ever like? I'm not saying like that's like trying to call yourself a deadbeat in the future, but is that even a thought at this point to be like just to like kind of like just get away from your kid? Like, man, this fatherhood is too much for me.
I'm gonna let you take that one.
I saw him looking at you first. Like, this guy.
I'm gonna let him take that one first.
And, man, let's be honest though. Let's be honest.
I'm real shit.
I would say though, like it's been times where it's like, okay, because you know living in Atlanta is like I'll be a weekend dad or some. It's 3 days out the month and it'd be like, oh, man, this is stressful. You know what I mean? But it's just like I can't even trip because I only got you like only so many times. So.
Yeah.
But it'd never trigger me to be like, hey, bro, I'm falling back.
Yeah.
Fall back game ain't that crazy on fatherhood, but go ahead though. Go ahead.
Hell yeah. No, I would never do it, but like I had a situation with someone in the past who like I met on a dating app, did what we did within the first day, did what we did, and then she ended up saying that she was pregnant, right? But then like it was real shaky. It was real to the fact where I was real unsure. Like I did what I did that fast. Like now it's me. Like obviously we're all doing what we do, man and women. They out there doing what they do. So how didn't I know that it was someone else's, right? So then when I was bringing that up to her, it was just kind of like real rocky, and then we just ended up literally just like losing touch. And then like the last time I talked to her, I was supposed to like meet up with her, and then I couldn't because I kind of got scared, so I gave her like a little excuse. And then she just like blocked me and never talked to me since. There's that. But Daxton, I said, nah, like when it comes to fight, like I would never go. I want to be there. Like that's what I want. But like I said, it just like fell. It got rocky. It fell through, and then I just haven't heard from him. So I'm sorry to cut you off.
No,
I just feel like this is gonna bring up a lot of questions, right?
It's not like you ain't reached out or nothing like that, because
it's
you
not
have
like
reached out. It's not like you just said
I haven't
fuck
reached out
it.
in a while, but I did since then say, well, I guess that because I still question it. Like maybe it was because she did even text me once and said that it's between you and somebody else.
Yeah, I don't
So
believe
in my
it was
mind, it
that.
was just like if it was really my kid, you would have not just nipped out.
Yeah.
You know, or maybe she just one of the people who wanted a baby and wanted. I can do it myself. All contact. I'm out of here. But I mean, I know that's something that I'll have to dig into because as we continue to grow, which we're doing, that's the kind of shit that comes out like, oh, you got this. So yeah, there's that.
That's the fuckery I don't really appreciate when women try to like go in on men like you ain't shit, you don't want to be in our kid's dad, and then I mean our kids' lives or be his dad. But then it's like, okay, we have our circumstances of like, and that baby ain't mine. And then is this essentially what I'm hearing is like you don't even know if Siri, shut the fuck up. Sorry. But you don't even know like if that kid is yours.
Not 100%. No.
He said not 100% on the microphone. We sharing mics, by the way.
No.
This G.
Not 100%. I feel like I'm on Mari.
But But the thing is it's like, okay, a man can be like that kid ain't mine and like kind of just go about it and not care. What you have a conscience to where you want to like. Maybe,
I think about this shit every day when I'm driving home from work. So it's just like,
but then
something's in the back of my head all the time.
Then there's bitches out here that like have a conscience to be like, well, this kid could be either or, and I'm gonna live with it. Yeah. Like not even really trying to figure out who it is, but just kind of living their own lie. Like, well, somebody gonna take care of this baby. Like to me, that's just kind of crazy though, because we get bashed for like being deadbeats, but then there's women that's like, okay, well, both niggas squirted in me, and I'm just gonna live this life like shit. I don't really know who the daddy is type shit. Yeah, so to me, man, that's crazy though. If you want to ad lib it.
I want to go back to the original question. Do I ever feel like giving up on fatherhood or anything? I'll say this: I used to hold a grudge towards my pops till I say my son was about 5 years old. Then I really I sat and I thought about, and it's not just like bash my moms or nothing like that, but I sat and thought on memories, and I'm like, he had to put up with some stuff, And then I look at my kid's mom, my relationship with her, and how things have gone, and I'm not gonna say it's her fault at all. I think a lot of it is my fault. I take accountability for that. If I had been a different type of dude and treated her differently early on, who knows where our relationship could have gone. Mm. But shit got so difficult. There was points where I was like, I don't even know if it's worth dealing with you in order to be a dad. Like, it'd be so much easier for me to just give you a check and say you got it. But then it's like, what type of man would I be moving forward? So whenever I have those thoughts or whatever like that, I just, and it's that weak side of you that's like, nigga, you don't gotta put up with this shit. You do whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah, but my bond and my relationship with my kids is so solid, and I could never lose that because I don't want to deal with their moms, Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm so glad that they to the point where they could FaceTime me on an iPad or whatever, and we can have that one-on-one connection.
iPad that you bought.
I'm not gonna lie, she got the iPad for her. Yeah, she do a lot. I'm not gonna lie, yeah, she do a lot.
Yeah. Now I think I would say for us to be able to laugh about it, I think that just let us know all right, we are on the right track of taking care of business. It would be a little bit more deep if we just fuck them kids.
Right? Yeah, definitely never that.
Yeah. All right. So all right, with fatherhood, and then trying to balance out the dynamic between the mother of y'all children and everything. Has it ever been a difficulty?
You want to take that one? You want me to?
I've never really had any big difficulties, mainly because my child's mother, my child's married, so I feel like that takes a lot of pressure off of me and her and those type of being baby mother baby father relationships. I feel like when they're both single, that's when shit's always rocky.
Yeah.
If you got drama in your relationship with a baby mama or a baby father, it's because they fucking. Yeah. That's what it is. If there's drama, it's because they still fucking. If they stop, if you cut that off and you don't do it no more, eventually, this shit just stops.
That's a fact.
People fall out of love. They stop liking each other. They don't like each other anymore. Like,
but
no,
it take a little bit.
But if you, I didn't mean to point at him. That was I did not mean to do that. I did not mean to do that. What I'm saying is, damn.
Yeah. So basically, what you're saying though, like once you cut off the physicality and sexual thing with yeah, right. Then that's when things get
soul ties.
That make total sense though, because then that essentially cuts off the emotion. Like, well, since we still fucking, can we work this out, or is it just good dick and good pussy type shit?
Yeah. I would say that it took me years to learn that. Between me and my kid's mom, you know, we flirted between that. There was a lot of relationships that I tried to embark on that were ruined because of that blurred line. And I'll say that the past couple of years, us just like, you know, cutting all that off, it's allowed us to become like really good friends. Like she hit me up today just on some like my job on some BS. We just, you know, talking, catching up.
Regular conversation. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, friendship. Yeah.
And I feel like that's how it should be because we're partners in parenthood. At the end of the day, we're not in like a relationship. We're not a couple, but it's like we still partners in raising these babies. You feel me?
Yeah. I think that's a blessing too. It's like when you have somebody who is more coherent with like basically like the kid didn't ask to be here, so let's not use our child as a pawn. You know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? I think that's dope just to understand like they ain't asked to be here, but that don't gotta affect the way me and you can interact or whatever. Like it just didn't work out as bad as you wanted to work out. Yeah. So is it a line between, you know, how deep y'all choose to be like honest in y'all music with y'all personal life?
We got some songs where I feel like we're being very frank and candid about our relationships. Like we have one song where I talk about my relationship with my kid's mom and certain things we go through, and then Banks talks about his.
Yeah, we got a few little pack we released that we got a little personal when it comes to like our relationships with our parents, mainly our fathers, and what we've seen them do to women in relationships like that. Yeah. But I don't have a line. I didn't mean to cut you off. Oh, no, I don't have a line. It's really like whatever I'm feeling in the moment is what's gonna get put down. So if he would come to me with some shit that he put on a beat that was deeper, then I would go deeper because that's the precedent that he set. But usually, like I said, if I'm feeling it, that's what I'm writing.
Yeah, and I say I'm a full-time artist right now, so I have a bit more time on my hands to really reflect. And I guess I've been using music over the past couple of years to be my journal, be my diary, be my like. Most of the music is me, like I guess. Recording my healing path, because I was a different type of nigga when I was 25 years old, you know, and I just looked at myself and I was like, do I want to have a bunch of empty relationships, a bunch of toxic shit where we not happy, or do I want to, you know, find somebody that I really love and care about and like move in that energy? And a lot of the songs is just talking about that journey of like, I know what I should be doing, but I also know what feel good and what I'm used to doing. And sometimes, you know, you slip and fall into old patterns and shit. And it's just about every day waking up and deciding to be the type of man that you want to be. Yeah.
Okay, so we are gonna wrap up real quick, but I will ask this though. Do you think that it's better to kind of be upfront with a woman that you want to like talk to, of like, yo, I just want to penetrate your vaginal area, compared to like, you know, like that hit you way too deep. That's crazy. Yeah. Well, nah, but do you think it's better to be upfront, like, hey, like this is what I want, like sex you down type shit, or do you think like, you know, the paper trail you gotta leave just in order to get it. Like, what do you think women appreciate more, like up front or like?
I'm talking about what you think it's better to just tell you what I want or just feed you some dreams to get what I want. Yeah. So take the easy route.
Because feeding the dreams is gonna, there's women out here that like you feed them a good dream, they don't mind get like whatever the outcome is, like, you know what I mean. Mm-hmm. So which one do y'all think is better though?
Definitely telling them straight up. I mean, in the moment, feeding a dream sounds great, and I used to be the king of feeding dreams. I tell you, but that sounds great because that's the easy route. But I mean, the hard route is being straight up. But if you're straight up in the right way, it'll work just as well as feeding a dream will. You feed a dream, you're gonna have, like you said, you're gonna have a paper trail, you're gonna have drama, you're gonna have issues, you're gonna have girls fighting, you're gonna have all that. So if you keep it straight up, then they knew what it was. You can do what you do without having secrets.
Yeah, I definitely used to be the type of nigga that would lie. You know, I was a piece of shit back in. I can't even front on it. Like, you know, I've been caught in bed with a different shorty.
This nigga did get caught in bed with a bitch.
Yo. But I'll say this, I've learned, I've grown.
I'm weak, that shit is funny.
No.
So,
hold on, no. We need the in bed story. Like, sum it up. Like, just give me a brief summary.
Okay, I'll give you Spark Notes.
Spark Cliff Notes. This nigga.
So there was this shorty I was talking to, on and off for years, but we never did nothing.
Right.
Fast forward, I'm with this girl we dating. She not giving me the type of energy that I'm accustomed to. Mm. So I'm getting ready to break up with shorty. So I didn't break up with her yet, but I'm getting ready to. Me and the other girl link up, have a fun night or whatever. In the morning, I was planning to break up with my shorty in the morning. I forgot to give her a key.
Long story short, he cheated.
Yeah,
long story short, he cheated. Yeah, that's what Bank just said.
I take account of it. But I'm laying in bed. My shorty's supposed to get off work at 6 o'clock in the morning. I set my alarm for like 4:30 so I can get this chick out of my bed, shower and shit like that, and then have the breakup conversation.
Niggas ain't shit. Keep going.
It's like 3 in the morning, and she walks into my apartment, and we've never ever been at my apartment together. And she only had a key because when I first moved in, she let the internet people in, which was like 6 months prior. I forgot she had a key.
Slipping. Go ahead.
Slipping. She walk in the open the bedroom, and I look over at her, and I'm like, and I look at this woman in my bed, and I look up at her, and she's like, "Hey, babe," and like walks away, goes to like straighten up the crib and shit.
She ain't see her yet?
Nah. And I put all these pillows on top because I had mad pillows. I put pillows and blankets on top of this woman, and I'm like, "Yo, don't."
Man, you talk about clickbait.
I said, "Don't move, shawty." She walk in the room. I guess she seen our clothes in the living room or whatever. She pulls the cover back, sees shawty there naked. I'm naked, yo. She goes to swing at a girl. I tackle her on the floor. We wrestling or whatever. She leaves, walks away, and gets a bat and comes back. And I'm like, yo, you gotta chill. You're gonna ruin your life, bro. To murder this girl. Like, you gotta calm down. She two-piece me, had me leaking. And I'm wrestling her, trying to get the bat. She's like, you'll never play basketball again if you don't move. Long story short, you know, I get the bat out of her hand. We get the other chick out the crib. And then we had a very healthy relationship for the next couple of months. You know?
That's a great way to end the story. Like, you know, wrestling bats and great. He got super healthy after that.
Yeah,
shit.
you know.
Nah, I mean,
But
but that's all I'm saying. Though, like even with the father talk, like to be able to laugh about it means that you actually learn something from it. I think.
Oh yeah, I'll never go back.
Yeah, because you'll be an asshole and you eating it up. Like, man, fuck these bitches, get money, but not. Say it again.
I said same shit with like heartbreak. That don't make you never want to go back and do it again, like cheating or having two at the same time.
So y'all got y'all heart broken before?
Hell yeah. I recently got. Well, damn. Yeah, I recently.
Talk about it.
I did. It's because I was playing the field, and I was overlooking what was important. Then
Yeah.
the girls were messaging her, sending her shit, and she ended up blocking me on everything. But if she unblocks me, she'll hear all the songs I've been writing about her.
Unless she follow your mans and then she can just hear it from there. All right.
I blocked him too. She blocked everybody.
Oh God, man.
That's how you can tell she in therapy what she was. She is not going.
Look, go ahead.
I'll just say that I feel like we're the type of person that I love the process of loving a woman. You know, I love the idea of not knowing you for real. And I think that when I find a new woman, or I feel like I can speak for both of us, when you find a new woman, it's hard not to fully indulge and lose yourself in it. And sometimes you'll have prior, situations that you didn't iron out. And I feel like that's where he's coming from now on some like cheating, skeezing type shit. It's just like, I was living a life before I met you, and I gotta just handle this shit,
It's a process.
Yeah.
One of like, as far as relationships, man, I like what Too Short said one time. I was watching an interview, and he was like, man, the thing about relationships is like falling in love is fun.
That shit is so fun.
Like, it's so fun to fall in love, but then it's like after you fall in love, and then if y'all ain't on the same page, that's when it get weird. But the process and how you go to meet a woman and y'all get to learn each other, like, that shit is like fun as fuck.
That's the best
part.
Yeah, so it's crazy, man. Look, we got a part 2 coming on this, man. Yeah, nah, it's crazy though. It's crazy. So look, bro, Sons of April in here, man. I appreciate y'all. Do y'all got anything y'all want to plug, drop, anything coming up soon, or?
Hey, just go ahead. Take this one. Hey, we drop every week. We've been dropping every Saturday consistently for like a month and a half now. So
it's been about 2 months.
Yeah, about 2 months now. Yeah, and we got some shit coming with PESO. We got a couple music videos to get off.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Check the Instagram. It's Sons of April _official.
Yep.
That's where you're gonna find out all the information about all the drops, all the videos, music, everything we doing is on there.
Oh yeah. Every Saturday, tap in.
Man. Sons of April, CEO PESO, Dreamers. I was about to say Dreams of April. Dreams of April. Dreams of April podcast. Look, Dreamers Welcome podcast. Y'all keep dreaming. This was fun, and we out this bitch.
Dreamers Welcome podcast.